This is Business for Breakfast.
It is 22 minutes after the hour here on a soggy Friday morning on Money Radio 1200. I'm Jeffrey O'Brien.
And I'm Francoise Rhodes. The Dow is up 84. NASDAQ is up 12. S&P 500 is up 10. Lots of green up there.
That's good. Gold in the red a little bit, down 6 this morning to 1326. And corn is up 3 to 464 right now. All right, back in the news again. Yes, multinational issues. Citibank is taking a 2013 profit hit because of their Mexico unit's fraud. There are some issues there, and so that brings to mind something called the IHRM and how that can help a company in these kinds of situations. With us now is Dr. Adriana Sanford. She's a clinical associate professor in the management department of W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University. She's a full-time instructor to over 1,600 MBA and undergraduate students per year. She's also a broadcaster. She has 6 years of law school, including a dual LLM, and she's fluent in 4 languages.
Wow.
And hopefully one of those is English, because that's what we're speaking. Good morning, Dr. Sanford.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Francois.
Good morning.
All right. So now everybody knows there's an issue, you go to HR. Well, what if it's an international issue? What if it's something going on and let's say you're an expatriate and there's goofy things happening and you got to protect yourself and your company? Explain to us the IHRM.
Sure. The IHRM is in its infancy. This is a brand new field, and it is growing, and there's all of a sudden we're seeing a lot of interest in it. The HR department is trained, but it's not trained to deal with issues of international tax, international relocations and orientations, issues arising from fraud, international fraud. And so companies are now looking for this strategic role within the HR department that can actually help in training employees, expats, before they go over what to expect, and also helping them to respond if there is a concern in the international operation.
Dr. Sanford, what are some of the essential differences in managing employees in foreign environments?
One of the big differences is you are taking not only that employee, but you're taking his family overseas. And so you have to make sure that the whole family actually integrates and is comfortable. Otherwise, if you don't have the right staff at the right time, it fails. And if you don't choose wisely, you don't have somebody with a global mindset, and the family doesn't integrate, they can abandon their post, which can cause severe financial consequences.
So what would be some activities where IHRM might be instrumental there, but that may be absent from a domestic HR department?
IHRM usually is somebody who has some legal training and who understands international issues, international management. And what they can do is, in training, unlike the HR, the domestic HR, they will select and they will train and manage these expats. The expat is somebody who can adjust, somebody with a global mindset, and the IHRM has to be in tune with a lot of other issues, such as they have to have an awareness of the political, the social, and the cultural issues in those countries so that they can better prepare their expats.
Do you end up wanting to hire somebody from the country where you're based at, or do you want to have somebody from your home country that understands the rules and regulations of what the United States law expects from you?
It depends. It's very important to have somebody who totally understands U.S. law, because if you're a U.S. multinational, you need to make sure that you're abiding both by the U.S. law and by the foreign country's laws. But it depends on what your strategy is. If you want to have somebody local, if you want to have somebody from the U.S. going down there on assignments so that they can better report back to headquarters. You know, there's a lot that goes into this. What's important, though, is that IHRM be the support that if you choose to bring somebody in from a different country, that they actually are able to do their work and able to succeed.
Does this person have to be a lawyer?
They should have a legal background. They should have some legal business studies. They should understand international white-collar crime. They could be a psychologist. It is different from a typical HR person. This person will sit at the management table and be able to talk about high-risk issues, ethic risks, international law. So it's very different from what we usually expect.
Is there any sort of certification available for somebody who wants to be in the IHRM area?
Well, at this time, it's in its infancy. Universities are looking at this. they're taking a close look at this because it is something that is needed.
Dr. Adriana Sanford, thanks so much for being with us from the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University. It'll be interesting to see what develops with the IHRM here in the not-too-distant future, because with all these scandals, with all these issues, a lot of the issues that we're seeing right now with these corporations ends up being international problems. So thank you so much for being with us. All right, it is 8:29 here on Business for Breakfast. I want to take another opportunity right now at 760-440-8255. We have tickets to Financial Fest 2014. That is right. It's over there at the Renaissance Esmeralda Resort in Indian Wells.
Starts today?
Yep, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Lots of great seminars, lots of great speakers. I know that Mo Ansari and Sinclair Noah are going to be broadcasting from the event. And get yourself over there. Only costs $10 to get in there.
But we have free tickets. We have tickets to get in.
All you got to do is dial the phone, 760-440-8255. And when we come back, we're going to speak with our friends at CVEP. Also, Sheldon Katz on the way. Keep it right here, kids. It's Money Radio 1200.